Content warning. This book contains a few explicit scenes of sexual violence. The depictions are brief, yet integral to the story, but may be difficult to read and may evoke strong emotional responses. Reader discretion is advised. Before we get into the book, I just want to say that although there is a trigger warning, I want to encourage anybody who's listening to this to really be ready to go into this place. I know that this is, for some people, going to be emotionally charging and difficult to hear and listen to and read, and it's maybe going to bring up some memories that you have or some things that you've been hiding over the years. But I think there's a lot of value in this. I think there's a lot of value in taking your mind to a place that it hasn't been in years. There's value in pulling the couch up, looking underneath the couch. There's value in looking back behind the refrigerator, right, where all that dirt, all that dust, all that trash is at, and being okay with it being there. Understanding that we all have these things. We all have skeletons on our closet. We all have dirt underneath our couch. We all have those dark places in the cabinets that don't ever get cleaned, and they're dirty and they're messy. And if we don't ever expose those things or look at those things, it makes it very hard to overcome all of that. So with all that being said, there is a trigger warning to this because it is tough. But I would encourage you all to go to that place and to sit in it and to feel it and to experience those emotions. So thank you all for listening. Let's get started. To the children around the world who are without a voice and enduring the most inhumane acts of humankind, I hear you, I see you, I love you.
In the 6 years of doing interviews for my YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly, I've heard a lot. These stories include many accounts of childhood trauma, abuse, and dysfunction, which result in a variety of ways to cope, including self-medication and escapism. While so many of these individuals have become victims of their childhood circumstances, every once in a while there's an outlier who somehow survived, overcame, and even thrived, despite or maybe because of the horrible things they endured. Seth is one of these people. Seth's story demonstrates that even through the worst of abuse, one can still persevere and grow up to live a normal and healthy adult life. It seems the secret to Seth's ability to deal with his trauma in a healthy way stems from his willingness to accept it bravely and honestly. By not hiding and escaping, he instead chose to face it, which allowed him to break it down intelligently and see that the things he went through weren't his fault. When he was groomed by his abuser, he was too young to understand, but today, Seth recounts his story in such a way that we are able to see the escalation and the aftermath. I've always believed the only way out is right through the middle of the issue, and Seth does just that, plowing right through the gruesome heart of his trauma. Pretending that our pain is not there is not the way. Trying to escape from it with a myriad of different vices is not the way. Instead, Seth shows us that by laying out our pain, we can reclaim our personal power. Opening up sets us free, and the more we can accept what happened to us, the better we can go on to be healthy, fully functional adults. Prepare yourself for a story that's sadly common in today's society, but also uncommon in how it was handled by this young, defenseless child. Seth is a perfect example of how to persevere, process, escape, and thrive after horrible childhood experiences. Mark Laita, Soft White Underbelly.
Mark, thank you so much for being here, for writing the foreword, for giving me the opportunity to share my story, on your platform and on your channel. Yeah, I just wanted to, get in here and talk to you and kind of extend that gratitude to you.
Oh, sure.
I know your channel, like I've told people before, is part of the reason why I decided to share my story and share it the way that I have. And I know we've talked about this before with Clark specifically, Clark Fredericks. I saw his interview, and then that was like the catalyst for me to finally speak up and tell my story the way that I do, and just be, being very raw and authentic. So yeah, I just wanted to get in here initially and just tell you I'm so deeply appreciative and just grateful for you, for what you've done for so many people, but especially for me and my life. It's really taken a different path since meeting you and kind of doing that interview. So I just want to start off by saying thank you.
Oh, that's sweet. I really just see what I'm doing as providing a platform for people like you and Clark and many others to just share their stories.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?